A very good morning, students. I welcome you all for the topic history of electric vehicles. This comes under unit number 1. It is the first topic of our subject, electric vehicle technology. We should know the history of electric vehicles because based on the evolution only we can able to know what are all the advancement happening in which period, who are all contributed for those advancements, earlier how it was, now how the vehicle has been emerged into newer advancements, what are all the new technologies have been adapted. Those things will be understood clearly with the help of knowing the history of electric vehicles. I have shown three images. The first one is an old electric vehicle image that shows how the design, how compact it is, how the battery compartment and motor set has been clearly fitted in those olden period. And the next image is showing clearly about the modern electric vehicle, how compact it is, how good in design, and also they have followed the aerodynamics also to improve the efficiency of the vehicle. And I have shown a paper cutting that shows, ladies be patriotic, drive your own electric vehicle and avoid use gasoline oil, and efforts are needed by government because during the world war period there was crisis of oil and gasoline, so they had to move on to electric vehicle. And also the drivers, that is chauffeurs, are not available, so the ladies itself, they are driving their own electric vehicle. That is what the electric vehicle company is given this kind of advertisement. So with this advertisement you can able to clearly understand in earlier days itself the electric vehicle gone to greater extent and gain popularity. But because of the some drawbacks such as long run, the electric vehicle has been withdrawn from the market, and the vehicle has been reduced. So this electric vehicle has been introduced 1,100 years ago. The electric cars are rising popularity today for many reasons. So we should know what is an electric vehicle, what is an hybrid electric vehicle, what is the difference between hybrid electric vehicle and normal electric vehicle. So in the hybrid also there are so many varieties are available, that is series hybrid, parallel hybrid, series parallel hybrid. So the hybrid electric vehicle is very simple. It comprises the advantages of both normal electric vehicle and the IC engines. So that is called an hybrid electric vehicle. It can get charged during the runtime itself, and the drive range also very high compared to the normal electric vehicles. So at present the electric vehicle sales has been tremendously increased compared with past 5 years. In future it has been expected to reach tenfolds. So the Indian government expecting all the vehicles to be converted into electric vehicle by 2030. So with that in front we can able to clearly understand what is the importance of those electric vehicles. So having these things in our mind we can go travel back and understand how the electric vehicle has been evolved in this history. So while going to the history of electric vehicle, actually it was introduced in the market as a toy concept. So the toys which has been given to the children are fitted with small electric motor and tires. So those was the first electric vehicle which comes to the market. Later on the extended version of those things has been introduced in the market. That was the first practical electrical cars. Then some kind of passenger vehicles also there in the market. It can able to run 14 miles per hour. It is a kind of an electrified wagon. So I will show that picture in the upcoming slides. So it will carry around 6 to 8 persons, so like a small cab. So these are all the time stamp of the electric vehicles. So the first small scale electric vehicles are introduced in the year 1828 to 1835. Then later on, so many inventors has given their contribution for the electric vehicle. Then even in 1899, the Camry Genetzi is an interesting race car that recorded a top speed of 105.88 kilometer per hour. But it has been a very tough kilometer recorded that time, because only the IC engines can able to reach that much kilometer per hour fast during that period. So in 1899 itself, that Camlin model car, race car, has been achieved that record. So that is one of the milestone of that electric vehicle evolution. Then early 900s and 1920s, because of the drawback of long range run and rapid development in the IC engines, the electric vehicle slowly lost its popularity. From 1920 to 1970, there was no that much uh, improvement has been taken place in the electric vehicle. Later on in 1970s, some kind of awareness started to taking place among the public that we have to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions, we have to limit the fossil fuel usage. Then they started to move on for another alternative fuel. Then they started to think on electric vehicles. Then they plan to make a prototype of electric vehicle based upon the older versions. The General Motors have taken the initiative first in 1970s. So later on in the 1990s, the California Air Resource Board CARB has introduced some mandatory requirements for the automakers to give a zero emission. That has been a very good step taken by the government, because so zero emission is not at all possible in the IC engines, but the electric vehicle can do that. So the automakers are forced to move towards the electric vehicle models. In 1997, the Toyota introduced the Prius to the world for mass-produced hybrid car. It has an internal combustion engine and also an electric motor. So that is an hybrid concept. That car gained more popularity among the public because of the low cost in fuel and also low fuel emissions to the environment. So it has an successful iconic car during that period. In 21st century, so many car manufacturers shifted their interest towards the electric vehicles, but only thing is they need an advancement in the battery segments and also the battery management system. In 2008, the Tesla has released the Roadster. It was one of an very interesting and some of marvelous engineering invention in that period. It can able to run with a range of 200 miles per charge. Then in 2010, major automakers such as Nissan, Chevrolet, BMW has introduced their electric and also hybrid models. Only one thing is, if the society needs a certain change, the automakers should move towards that change. Unless otherwise they can't able to withstand in the market. One of such example is Ambassador. So Ambassador was a market king during the 60s to 80s or 90s. Later on, the customers started an compact and easy car, but they focused on only the big size and heavy machineries, so they can't able to withstand in the market. So that is a lesson which was learned by the Ambassador's failure. So all the automakers started to focusing towards the electric and hybrid models. In 2012, Tesla launched the Model S, which gains the widespread for its range, performance, and acceleration for a short range, the high speed. So at present, there are so many electric vehicle models are available in the market, but thing is there was lagging in the electric charging infrastructures, and also there are certain improvements are needed for additional range and fast charging convenience. So the future innovations which are going to happen in this electric vehicle segments are autonomous driving, connectivity, and battery swapping or energy storage are some of the future innovations which are needed in this electric vehicle concept. So there are n number of advantages are available for this electric vehicle over the IC engines. It produces zero emissions. It is an very silent car, and it is very environmental friendly. Despite of having so many advantages, it is having some disadvantages too. It is limited for the range, and some kind of operational difficulties and charging infrastructure lagging are there in the market. So these are all some of the images which shows how the electric vehicle has been evolved. So the left side picture shows the Baker Queen Victoria version of an electric car. Then in mid period, the electric vehicle charging station, and modern period electric vehicle charging stations and ultra fast charging stations are being displayed for your information. So before knowing any concept, we should know history of those concepts, then only we can able to go deep into that concept. That is why we are knowing the history of electric vehicles. So through this concept we understand where the electric vehicle started, why it has been started, and why it has been withdrawn for certain period of time. After that, how it gained interest among the public, then how the electric vehicles are being uh, given to the public by various automakers with so many advancements, and what are the future requirements of those electric vehicle segments and charging infrastructures have been discussed in this lecture. Thank you for your patient listening. We'll be discussing another interesting topic in the upcoming video. Thank you all.